Good morning, Madam Witness.
Morning.
Welcome to this committee to local government councils and related matters.
Thank you.
Madam, what is your religion?
Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Holy Quran.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after me.
Okay.
I, Bennet Marong,
Bennet Marong,
do swear that
do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
nothing
But the truth. So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to first person.
Good morning, Madam Maro.
Morning. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Council, can you proceed, please?
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Thank you to all the commissioners as well. Can you please tell the commission what your full name is?
My name is Bennet Marong.
And your address?
Kotu.
Can you please tell us what your educational background is?
My primary level is St. Joseph Primary School. I passed through Crabwell and Nusrat.
That's all?
No. I traveled to UK in Kilburn College, and also I went to Hungary, Budapest, semi-wide university.
Right. Do you recall giving a statement to the investigators?
Yeah.
Council, can I have your phone, please?
Yes.
Can I have your phone, please? Please have a seat. And make sure that when you are coming back, you put off your phone.
Yes. Shall I proceed? Can I proceed? Thank you, Chair. So you recall giving a statement to the investigators?
Yes.
Let me ask that you be given the copy of your original statement.
Yes.
Please go through it. It's a 2-page statement.
Yeah.
It has your name, the date, 29th of July 2024.
Yes.
It was obtained.
Yes.
And at the back, there is a signature against your name.
Yes.
How is that the statement that was obtained from you?
Yes, it's me. But I have something that I want to make clear.
Okay, and what is that?
I to make maybe the procurement side.
Yes.
Definitely, I was aware because they called me to say to me that they cannot do this project without going through the right procedures, which procurement was part of it. And that was time they invited invoice to come in. They told me that it must be at least 3 to 4 invoice that they will look into.
I am a bit lost. What are you referring to? And which page?
That's the last page.
The last page.
Yeah.
Where you said or what? Can you read the paragraph or the sentence and tell us what you?
Where they said, I don't know about at the time that the procurement should be being involved in the process.
Yes.
That's where I'm saying that I knew about the procurement. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you can say this in your evidence, your oral testimony. When we reach there,
all right.
You can say what you have to say. It will be your evidence. This is your, but you confirm that this was what you wrote.
Yeah, the only thing I told them, they didn't write it. That was like they mentioned there was my name on the the invoice that was provided by the contractor.
Yes.
So I said at that time I don't know that was a problem, if at all my name is there. But I think the contractor put my name there because I was the one that brought that project from British Embassy to the council. Maybe that's why he put brackets BENNET MARONG, but it was addressed to KMC.
Right. So, Madam Marong, so what you do in your oral testimony, I will ask you questions.
All right.
That is the process, and then you will answer the questions.
All right.
The commissioners may ask you questions too, and you can answer the questions. So if you want to say anything in relation to the statement or something that you have knowledge of, you can better explain the circumstances surrounding a certain event that you want to explain clearly.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chairperson, we apply to tender the statement of the witness, BENNET MARONG. The date is 29th of July, 2024. It is signed by the witness and identified by the witness into evidence and to be marked accordingly as an exhibit.
The statement dated the 29th of July 2024 is admitted in evidence as an exhibit and it is marked as LGC/BM/KMC/001.
As the commission places. So please tell us when you were nominated as a councillor and what you represented or which set of people in our society that you represent as a nominated councillor.
Okay, I was nominated, our first term, I was nominated as councillor representing women and children for the region.
Women and children?
Yeah.
Please proceed. And the second term?
Yeah, it's
you still continue.
It's changed. Now I'm representing farmers.
Farmers.
Yeah.
And what do you understand in your representation for this class of people, women and children?
Okay. I'm there to see whatever the women need in the region.
Yes.
They will tell me, and then I will take their need to the council so that the council will look into it, and I will definitely encourage my fellow councillors to support whatever I brought in for the women, because they are somebody that we should stand and help. They are vulnerable, the women and children. So that's my stand, which I did during my tenure.
Okay. And in doing that, how do you reach out to these women and children that you represent? How do you reach out to them? Do you reach out to, do they have, for instance, are there organized women groups or that you reach out to? Because, I mean, if you reach out to women, technically, I don't expect that there will be children group or child group, but you have organizations that foster the or champion the rights of children as well. But women and children are one and the same. So if we access one, that is women, you will probably also indirectly be accessing the children. But how do you do this? How do you reach out to them?
Okay, when we first came into council, my first thinking was like, although I don't know before what is about council, but definitely I reached out and I was told that I should go around, make a tour in the municipality and meet women in their various consequency level. Remember that I'm working together with my colleagues who have wards to represent, and through those ward councillors, and there is this lady councillors as well, uh, which they are under KMC, and same time answerable to me at that time. Uh, that's why I was swearing to Women's Bureau as well as lady councillors. So through that, they were the people who mobilized these women from their ward level to regional level that I will meet and sit and hear from them.
Right. And in your consultation or your interactions with the people that you represent, the women, what would you say were the main challenges or problems that the people that you represent are faced with on a daily or timely basis?
Okay, when we just came in, when I went round, the first appeal to me is that waste. Waste was a big problem to the women, and it affects even their livelihood.
Waste.
Waste, yeah, the garbage,
Yes,
is all over, and is costing them money to clear it, to the extent they have to dig holes in their home to make this garbage disappear, which is not good for their health and the children as well. So they appeal to me that that's their headache, that's the problem, and most of the time there is nobody collecting that waste. The collection was poor. They have to find ways and means to make that garbage move from their compound, and it was costing. It's expensive to go for their food, because normally women would wake up at 4 o'clock. Running out to see that they would have something to put on the table for the family. So all that from their expense, they cannot afford it. So which I took to council. I know I on by myself I cannot do it, but through the support of my colleagues, we have a general council where I make my presentation after the talk, and this was a concern to all the councillors supported my um, uh, problem that I took from the women, and we act on it. And the mayor also said, yes, we have to see and do something about this problem. So that also is the way I represent the women, and it was a success because we brought in how to call it ways that all the region now we are seeing. We have provide transport that will collect
the waste.
the waste. Yeah,
Okay, that's one.
yeah,
That's one.
yeah.
And the others will be what? I mean, there would be issues that would be very peculiar, that would be very much directly affecting women, for instance. Waste, yes, is one of them. It affects men and women as well, or homes in general.
Yeah,
We all live there. But how about issues that are really affecting women directly? Just to give assist you, for instance, these women gardens at the market as well.
Yeah.
In relation to healthcare as well.
Yeah.
Yes, you have these maternity wards that probably women need assistance
Yeah,
assistance in relation to the health delivery?
yeah, I'm coming there because even the market also, we meet market women because I have meeting with all the markets as well, and the market women complain that they don't have enough space to put their um, how to call it,
The goods.
yeah, to sell.
Is that the general? Sorry, but general to all the markets within KMC or?
Yeah, within KMC, I'm talking about within KMC, but it could be general because we've seen all over. People, women are complaining.
Yes.
They've been moved from the street. Most of these women sell in the streets, which is not safe, and
Yes.
that also was a concern. We brought it in General Council to see that women, the markets are either we have to build new markets,
Yes.
or to expand the old one, which did. We did Rachikunda, Serekunda market, and there is Mbari Padembo, and we're looking for.
You expanded the
Yeah,
market.
yeah.
So now what is the process of the allocations of these stalls? You build stalls?
Yeah.
Do you know? Did you take part in the allocation of these stalls? What does it involve? How do they get access to these stalls?
Through the allocation, I didn't take part, but I definitely make sure that when they are allocated, women should have their own. I did emphasize that, which
they should have
their own at that allocation. They should be provided. Most of the women should
be given priority.
Exactly.
Did it happen?
It's happened some places.
In some places it happened.
Yeah.
But others it didn't happen.
Or that it depends because they are saying that before other places there were people who were given already the allocation, so
Yes.
they cannot deny them from having their places because they were there managing. They didn't have the place, but they were there selling, and they moved them from there that they're going to expand this thing. When expansion happen, they will be the first to give that priority before giving the women.
And how about affordability? Now there's an extension. Do you have any concerns in relation to affordability, whether they can afford any amount or the amount that would probably be prescribed for payments for you to be allocated these stalls? Do you know anything about that? Have you had engagements with the women to discuss whether, in fact, it is available? Yes, but can I even afford it? Do you think the women would afford it? In relation to the price that they would, or the fees that they would attach to these stalls?
Yeah, I remember when Mayor was going for a tour. I'm part of the people around him. We went to Latikunda. This complaint came up. Women are running after me that they are pressurized. They cannot afford the price that's been given to them. They want to sell, but like COVID came and things are very bad. They cannot afford the price. So, which we take into consideration when we went back to the council. In general council, I stood up and I speak for the women, and my colleagues also support because they are in their ward. They know women complain to them as well, and we see to it that they reduce it.
But how much was the the amount charged initially, and how much was it reduced to? Do you recall this?
No, I cannot.
But if you give you time to come back, will you be able to tell us the information?
Yeah, I will do that.
But did you sit with them to discuss with them how much you think is really realistic in relation to the pricing or the fees in the, did you have a meeting with, I'm sure if it's in the market, they will have some sort of an association Does it exist? Do they have some sort of an association in the market, the women association?
Yeah, they do have association.
A committee sort of, did you
Yes.
sit with them to discuss with them regarding um, engaging them in relation to the what would have been realistic?
Yeah, we
for them
do
to
that.
pay?
We even have market committee in KMC, which the councillor or there is a councillor heading that committee.
Do you attend these meetings?
Yeah.
Do you attend these meetings?
If it's necessary for me to be there, like if I have concern,
Do you recall attending meetings of this committee?
I think once I did.
Once.
I did
Do you not
because of
think?
the problem I like. So I have to be there to tell them
Yeah.
this is what we were getting from the women of the market. I had a meeting with the women and they complained. This is what they said. So we discussed it. And then from there, the
Yeah.
committee head said, then they will make a recommendation to General Council. We see what we can do about it.
Do you not think it would have been much more effective for you to be attending these meetings, at least not every time, but periodically, so that you would know some of the problems directly, and you can better channel and explain this and champion some of their problems in during council's meeting?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes I think the way committees are set sometimes is not proper. Yeah, because there is committees that women representation should be there.
Yes.
But I think it was left. I complain most of the time. I complain when things happen that way. I would say, but I don't know. It's not addressed. Like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other issue apart from the market? Any other problem very much
Yeah,
affecting women?
there is women complain that they want to be empowered in a sense in their business.
Yes.
Some want to do business, they didn't have the resources, they didn't have the capital. So there was a time I sat with mayor and said to him that the way we could help this woman, and we share ideas like we should contact the banks and see how we can use the microfinance way, which we did with one or two of the
Microfinance.
yeah.
And these are
Reliance and Supersonic, if I
Reliance
yeah, and
plus Supersonics.
yeah.
So what was the nature of the financial relationship between the council and
We partner with them, and I think it was a success because I launched the program with the council and the bank, where we launched 100 million to be shared to the women of the region.
100 million from these two institutions?
No. From the finance section, nothing to do with the KMC. Is the bank who is going to facilitate.
Yes.
Yeah, but KMC is just me making those women to come up to get this money from the bank. They will be registered, and then the bank will explain to them the way they do things. I came in to say that the interest side, I talked to them, and also like you are saying they should contribute to the bank. They should have bank account until about 3 months contributing. I said they cannot do it. Some of these women want to do something, but they cannot do it because they didn't have it. So we find a way. That is, I say the money that you are going to give them, from that money, you can take 1,500 that you are calling for to be in the account, and they make a start of that 15,000 each, which
Yes.
we did.
So I am asking because you, as a council, facilitated the arrangement between the women vendors and the two financial institutions, that is Reliance
Yeah.
and Supersonics.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
And so, what was the role of council? Was it just to facilitate,
Yeah.
or you did more than facilitating?
Only that.
Only to facilitate.
Yeah.
Was there an agreement? Was there an agreement, like a formal agreement?
No, no.
Between
the only agreement which was made is that the women have to be in group. They know each other, and they are they will be like the how will I say the
you can say it in.
I don't know.
You can say it in.
Madam Marong, let me help you. I think what you are trying to explain, if I may get it, is that the groups, I believe that the council did not guarantee the loan, right?
no.
They did not guarantee the loan.
No.
So it was, they have to take
the
this.
guarantors. That's that's the word I want to say. The guarantors will be the women themselves, because they know each other. They live together. So they must register. We have to see that they are registered
As a business,
group.
as a business entity.
Exactly.
And it is that organization that will be the guarantor for the money they are given.
Yeah. They have the women will organize themselves. They will have a leader, like a president, the vice, the secretary, the PRO. They will be organized. So those leaders will be responsible. At the end of the month, they will do the collection, and then make sure that every month they pay the amount that they should be paid to the bank.
So have they paid off this 100 million?
They did.
They paid everything.
They did.
Councilwoman Kusi.
Yes. Yes. So this was which year?
I can't remember what it's 2018, 2019. About that
18,
time.
2019.
Yeah, about that time, if I could fully remember.
Okay. Let's move to other issues. We'll come back to this at some point. So is this the last issue, or are there other problems that you have engaged women in?
Women problems, we can say it's a lot.
Yes, it will take the whole year.
Yeah.
But we will have to prioritize some of the key issues, right? Anything on health, women's health,
Yeah.
or children's health?
Yeah, they will come and say they have health issue. They need the council to help.
No, not just to have individual.
Okay.
But again, no, explain that. You can do that. You go ahead and explain that. But my question is, in fact, broader than that. But you finish your statement, please.
Yeah. Through that, we will say to them that health issue. We have to visit the hospitals, and in that we have seen KMC try to see to it that Abuko Health Center wasn't in function, but we make its function now. It's available for on the health side as well. And
How?
When we came into office, that center was built, but nothing was happening there.
What do you mean? I mean, you say nothing was
There
happening.
wasn't any facilities for operation.
Yes.
But now operation is happening there.
Like what kind of facilities?
Sorry?
What kind of facilities?
Normally, what we normally have in the hospitals, beds, medicine, and the health workers.
You bought medicine for Abuko?
I don't know how the medicine was there.
I want to just
Yeah, I
get
don't
if
know
it's
because
clear.
sometimes we normally have people help us have this medicine from outside, uh, the- like the Cinderella project that Karamo have in one of the councils at Talindi, also at Bofason. That hospital or is a clinic, I could say, is intact now.
I'm saying the council itself, did the council really revamp that health center? That right? Is it council's project that they revamp the entire health structure at the Abuko that you're thinking about regarding the equipment, the medicine, and the personnel services? Is that what you're saying?
We contribute. We have part that we play into that. We couldn't do everything.
And what is that part?
I'm not able to say it
You don't-
unless but
If
I-
you're given time, will you able to say it?
yeah, I'll get back to
Yeah.
you.
But I just want it to be clear. If what you're saying is correct and accurate, then we get the facts out.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I will get back to you. I'll go and find out
All right.
from
The
Yes, let me find out. Let me Madam Marong, you have indicated in your statement that for this current term as councillor, you represent the women farmers. How many gardens do you have in the municipality now, as we speak?
the ones that I visited is about 7.
7 of
Yeah, but it's more than when you include the schools as well.
No, I'm referring to the actual gardens that they are working,
Yeah,
rainy season and dry season, and
yeah,
are producing and are selling in the market.
yeah. It's about 7 of it that I visited, but maybe there will be more than 7, which I want to know. I would embark on a tour that I will see to it that I visited all the gardens available in KL.
Yes. Now, for this 7 that you know of,
Mhm.
what have what are the issues that they have brought to you to address in terms of their challenges?
Okay. Most of the gardens, they always complain about water, um, also seedlings and how to call it, the fertilizer. And that side of the fertilizer, we were trying to bring in the organic one, and we start composting in the gardens. Before I became farmers rep. At that time, I was representing women. We start to train women through the CAP project because the CAP project, I'm representing the women group there as well. So through that project, we try to help the women gardeners to do their own fertilizer. So we are doing that with the women, and then we brought in this organic fertilizer as well and give it to them. The council bought some of this fertilizer and give it to them during their rainy season program.
Now, did you have, or during the course that you took over as a women farmers representative at council level,
Yeah.
were there any assessments done to document what their challenges are? Because um, as we speak, I believe you know better than we do so many of the problems that the gardens are facing. For instance, the one in Sukuta, the one in Bakau,
Yeah.
they are facing tremendous challenges.
Yeah.
Did they, are you able to conduct assessment in all of these 7? Because for all of these 7 gardens that are within this KMC, they are currently facing serious challenge.
Yeah, I'm
You are aware of.
yeah, I'm
Did
aware.
you conduct an assessment so that you will be able to write programs to be able to push council to say these are the priorities that you want to intervene on before the expiration of your time? Did you conduct any assessment?
Yes, our first time there was somebody, another councillor who was representing the farmers. So he did a lot with these farmers and he hand over everything to me.
So he handed over the assessments to you.
Yeah. So
Do you have copies of those assessments?
Yeah.
Please note it down. You can bring us those assessments.
No problem.
Thank you.
And also, right now I had a cold storage which Baka Women Garden asked for, which I wrote to the British Embassy, and they are providing that cold storage for Baka Women Garden because that also was their concern. That most of the time the vegetable arrives at once, and they don't have market to sell all this vegetable at once, so they need storage to store this vegetable so that it won't be a waste, and then that could cause a lot of harm to them because when it's waste, definitely they will lose. So but that also.
So the cold storage facility, is it accompanied by semi-processing activity?
Yeah, that also I'm working with the food processors. We met with the food processors that we invited in our CAP project, and we were helping them because they also saw their concerns. So we help them with certain amount of money, which in a competition for, it's not farmers but the food processors.
Yes, how much was it that was disbursed to them?
Well, I could remember some of them receive about 250,000, some different amount. Yeah. So now,
yes, please can you write? I told you earlier to write to provide us with the assessments that you was handed over to you by your predecessor. And also,
which was what? Sorry.
The assessment of the 7 gardens that you talked about, that you are aware of. And and then the disbursement for the support to the food processors.
Disbursement. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Council, you may proceed.
All right, thank you. So the next issue is the committees you've served in, whilst as a nominated councillor. First, you have the accounts committee, correct?
Yeah.
I believe you were the chairperson of the education committee.
Yes.
You're a member of the arts and culture committee.
Yeah.
And a board member for St. Charles Jow Academy. That's correct?
Yes.
You're a bit far from the microphone. Now, the accounts committee.
Yes.
How often were you having your sittings?
Well, I'm part of the committee. The committee head, the chair of the committee is late. One was our councillor for Abuko.
Yes.
Yeah, he was the chair. I'm just part of the committee.
Yes, but how active was it? How many times were you sitting in a month? Or were you having regular sittings?
It wasn't regular, definitely, because when we call for certain meetings, we have experts that were part of the committee.
Experts like?
Normally, Mayor brings in some people who are known as accountant or have experience, one or two, to be part of the committee.
And who are these individuals?
I don't remember the name again, unless I go back to the.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can write it down.
Yeah.
We
And
need to-
because of the account committee wasn't functioning very well, I think he was discouraged to be there. And whenever we call the audit to come and answer to us, we need, and the finance, whenever we are there, nothing is put on the table. Whatever we ask for in our minutes, we wouldn't see it. So it wasn't functioning very well, definitely, I could say.
No, but I want to understand why. I don't believe you have. I do not think you have explained clearly why it was not really functioning very well. There must be a reason why a committee as important as the accounts committee would not really function very.
And that's what I say. What I explained, that's caused the discouragement of the committee not being functioning, because when we call for certain, because we want to know the whatever is going on in the finance section and the accounting side and the audit. We want to know the running, the expenditures of the council, all that. So if we summon some of these head
Yes.
to come in,
Yes.
either we are not ready, and the auditor would say, I asked for this, I didn't have the access through this and that. So that's how it was.
The people that you would probably mostly summon would be the auditor, internal auditor one, the finance director,
Yeah.
two. Of course, sometimes you will want to ask questions to the CEO.
Yes, the CEO is most of the time is part of our committee, but due to his busy schedule, sometimes she's not around. And that time it was Senap Martin, if I can fully remember.
Yes. So if you summon the finance director, for instance, or the internal auditor, and then they did not appear before you, or they didn't come, what do you do? What should you do?
We make our recommendation, and when we go to council, they ask us to report back. And when they said the account chair to come and give us whatever we discuss our meeting to present it, that's where the account chair would say, we have to come back again because this is what happened to our last meeting. So that was how it was, definitely.
So there was no way around it. This problem could not be solved, and therefore the members eventually were lazy in.
Yeah, it's a problem because I think we went to the extent that the auditor decided to resign. I don't know, something like that.
Yes, the internal auditor at some point had to leave.
Yeah.
Because there were allegations which were substantially true that he wasn't really very functional.
Yeah.
But that should, in your opinion, did council do enough to strengthen your committee?
I don't think we did enough. I don't think we did enough because if something is not going right, we should correct it.
Yes, because the importance of the accounts committee, just to um, really go through the local government finance and Audit Act 2004, you realize that you would have to look into so many financial activities. For instance, you have number one would be the internal audit reports that are expected to be generated.
Yeah.
You also have the external audit reports that is the from the Office of the Auditor General.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
And so it says that in relation to your functions, you may require attendance of any consular or officer to explain matters arising from those reports. So that's how powerful the accounts committee is.
Yeah.
In accordance with the law, right?
Yeah.
There is no one that you cannot probably summon. I think the only one that you may not, and I stand to be corrected, is probably to someone that maybe says the attendance of any councillor or officer to explain matters arising from the reports. So, for instance, there are any things in the report, you can really summon people and ask them to provide explanation. So, I think council should have done more to strengthen your committee so that some of the findings of the external auditor and internal auditor would really be dealt with by your committee.
Yeah, the monitoring side and the operation side.
The microphone.
Yeah, the monitoring side and
please proceed. Please proceed.
Yeah, I'm saying the monitoring side of our job to identify issues.
Yes.
Suitable for the council. I think it was lacking as well.
Yes.
Which definitely I would blame the account committee for that as well.
No, yeah, you blame the accounts committee.
Yeah.
And you also blame the council.
Yeah, the council, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So would that be fair? The council have a role to play. The accounts committee have a role to play. Would that be fair? Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
And have you had access to these external audit reports as a committee? Have you had access to these external audit reports that you sit down and review, and then from 2018 to find out some of the problems that are highlighted?
No.
You have not?
No.
Do you think that is proper?
It's not.
Were you ever called as a committee to written to or called by council, someone by council to explain or look into the external audit reports that are being provided? Have it ever happened?
Most of the time, that is done. They will invite the chairman.
Yes.
And whenever the chairman report to that meeting, he will come back to us and update us that this is what they told us to do and that. So we will summon a meeting.
Yes.
To see that we've done the right thing. But whenever we are in that meeting, if we said we need the auditor to come up and explain and give us, that is where problem lies.
That is the internal auditor. Now, when there's an external audit conducted by the National Audit Office, there will be an audit report. Have you ever seen one?
No, I didn't see that one.
Exactly. There will be an audit report. Let me just show you an example of the 2017-2019 National Audit Report. So it is how, wait, we don't look like this. This is a photocopied one. But I'll show you one copy. And this will be sent to council. You understand? That report will be sent to council. And for every audit that is being conducted by external audit, the council will have a copy of the report. And so I am thinking that it is just proper for council to make sure that your committee will have access to this report and you look into it and then raise or treat some of those important issues. Do you not think so?
Yeah, they should have done that.
But that was not done.
With me, I'm not aware.
Yes.
Maybe they've done it with the chairperson, but not me.
Yeah. So the chairperson is not the committee. So even if anyone calls the chairperson or whatsoever, as a committee, you should be communicated to. So you have access to this report properly and in the right manner. And then if actions are taken by the committee, then the chairperson will now represent your committee in council perhaps to go and now discuss some of those things. So the replies that the chairperson will give, or the comments or the answers, would not be unilateral. It would just be arising from minutes of from meetings that your committee would have had, and a conclusion drawn or a position taken, and then the chairperson would probably communicate that.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
And so why it is important, for instance, you have, let me just give you an example. You have in this audit report in 2017 to 2019, where there was an issue of an unpresented voucher amounted to 40 million, that is $354,144.39 that was not originally presented for audit. And then the amount reduced, and the last amount was $7,677,470.61. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So for instance, if you have vouchers that are not tendered or not presented for auditing, then it raises questions of fraud. Because you have issues of 1/6 not retired. There were significant amounts of monies. Let me read to you. It says our sample test of payments revealed an approved amount of 800,000 in respect of salary advanced. 1/6 payment vouchers number 19-0567 with date is 7th of August 2019. Says of this amount, the actual disbursement was 408,890.26, leaving an unused balance of 391,190.74. It says, however, 99,283 was received as retired, leaving an unexplained balance of $291,826.74. So this was something. Do you agree this would have been very important for you to look into?
Yeah, it should have been very important to know about it, but I wasn't aware because I've never taken this salary
Yes.
payments or advance payment or 1/6. I never took it.
No, not you personally.
Okay.
Not you personally. In your capacity as a member of the accounts committee, I'm just saying how important the accounts committee is.
Yeah.
So up to date, as far as I am concerned, this issue is not put to rest.
Yeah.
You understand how serious it is?
It is.
So, and there are so many instances of this sort that are not really put to rest, because the committee responsible would have been the accounts committee.
Yeah.
Is that not the case?
Yeah, that's the case.
You also have an issue of GTRs not recorded in the CRBR. It says reconciliation of a sample of collectors' cash book against CRBR. You know the CRBR?
No.
Okay, so for instance, tickets. You know GTR tickets?
Yeah.
The GTR tickets would be issued by printing.
Yeah.
Is that not the case?
Yeah.
And it will be recorded in a master book.
Yeah.
And any officer that is issued those tickets, the amount of ticket and the details would have been recorded in a master book. Just explain to you in a very simple form.
Yeah.
So whatever is given to you is noted, is written down, is recorded. Whatever is given to you is recorded. And so that being the case, you can monitor these tickets, who it is given to. So when they sell those tickets and it's time to account or retire those tickets, you can easily know whether the 100 tickets I've given you, where they were all sold, and where you can account for it. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
But now the audit is saying, you know what? The reconciliation was done of sample of collectors' cash book against that master book, that is CRBR. It revealed that a couple of collectors have not administered the GTRs issued to them for both issue and retirement. This means such collections were not administered through the CRBR. They have their own ticket books, but it is never recorded in the master book. So they can sell it and use the money for whatever purpose, but it's not in the record. So that's what it means.
Okay.
And the amount, let me read to you the details, what it says. The amount, it says, for 1st April 2018, the number is 2810318. It's a receipt numbers not recorded in the CRBR. The collector is Ngora Job. The amount is $10,000. And this goes on, and the total for this particular exercise is $80,000 worth of tickets that cannot be accounted for. It's in the audit report.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you not think this is a very serious matter?
It is serious.
It's serious.
Yeah.
The other sample I will give you is, it says on page 38 that GTR numbers duplicated in the CRBR. Our review revealed that a number of GTR numbers have been duplicated in the CRBR in respect of collections by the collector detailed in the table. That one as well, the amount goes to $100,000. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you consider this as very serious issues?
Anything to do with the financial section
Yes.
is serious, that we should have taken care of.
Yes.
A lot of things.
The last sample I will give you is a suppression of collections. It says, our review of collectors' cash book against the CRBR revealed an amount of $125,700 under lodgement. Under lodged. Like what you will collect and what you will declare would not be the same. You declare less than you have collected. It says the practice affected one councillor and has affected collector and has affected direct different months through 2018. And the list goes on. This one is collector Ibrahim Kante. You have Ibrahim Kante, you have Charno Mbalo, and the amount is $125,780. So there are so many audit findings in relation to cash suppression.
I think some of these things we were aware, but it's reported at General Council from different group, like I think Establishment Committee.
Yes.
I think they were the committee that brought in this cases into General Council, which we all contributed our ideas and come to terms what to do with these individuals.
Yes, but action.
Yeah, but
go ahead, please proceed.
Our account committee, it wasn't the case.
But actions were not taken. Sufficient actions were not taken. That we have seen evidence. We have seen evidence of selected cases, 1 or 2 cases where actions would be taken. We have in fact seen, I believe, dismissal of one collector. But we have so many fraudulent allegations, so many cash suppression, so many. But do you believe sufficient action was taken to address this?
Well, some of these things I didn't see the end part of it. It was during General Council, I was aware and I did my contribution what to do.
But you would have seen the end part of it, number one, as a councillor, because there would, if it was reported to council, there would have been further actions taken, and then the council would have been informed again regarding what was taken. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
What action was taken?
It should be.
It should be that way. Do you recall any?
No, I can't remember.
So that is my point. And in addition to that, you have an accounts committee that is really dormant as well.
Yeah.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
So this was just a sample of the audit findings. Are there any questions in relation to this, Chair, before I proceed to the other issue is in relation to you're a member of the education committee. Was that very active committee?
Yeah, that one is active, definitely.
It was not.
It was active.
It was active.
Yeah. Our first time, I was in the chair.
Yes.
The chair was one of our honorable Musa
Yes.
Baji, who was the chair before. I took the chair, I think, after the NAMS election. That was the time I came in to be but it was a busy, how to call it, committee.
Yes.
Yeah.
What makes it a very busy committee?
Uh, because we deal with uh, schools. We have to see the problems of the schools.
And what are these problems?
Most of the time, they will complain about their facilities in the schools.
Yes.
The toilet facilities, their examination halls.
Were these problems addressed?
Some are addressed, but some still.
Would you have a list or a record of problems that were discussed at your committee level and that were really addressed? Would you, if I ask you to provide me?
Yeah, I'll go back and check.
You can go back and check.
Yeah.
All right. We will give you time to provide us with further information regarding that. How about the Arts and Culture Committee?
Yeah.
I am interested in this because I am an artist.
I know. That also, it was headed by Musa Cham.
Yes.
No, Suleiman Jame, I think. And Musa was was deputizing. That committee also, it was a busy one, and a lot of things were done, but I cannot remember to say it. Yeah.
And if you're given time,
so yeah, we can provide what we did in that site as well.
Okay. Now, in your statement, you had discussed the issue of you've been asked by the question as well by the chair, the solar powered cold storage as set up in a market. Can you give us the background about what this solar powered cold storage is all about, the project itself, and how you secured funding regarding this project?
Yeah, it was all about where we started as a women rep, and issues were taken from the women that they need storage facility at the market, so that because most of the time women have to carry this their vegetables after sales in the evening to find stores where to keep it safe, because sometimes, and also to make it fresh for the following day to be sold. And most of the time, lot of losses happens. So they ask for where to put their vegetables, because sometimes during the rainy season, they are not farming vegetables. They have to do another kind of farming during the rainy season due to maybe some problems at where their farms are. So they must travel up to Senegal to get this vegetable, and it's a headache for them. So when they go to Senegal, went all through all that trouble, and sometimes some of their goods are left behind because of the transporter would say it was full. So a lot of a headache. So they told me that they need this cold storage so that they, when they buy bulk, they would keep it for at least a month or few weeks before they can have a market to sell it all. So that was the time I said, I have to look into this and see what I can do. But I see to it that the council cannot do it at all. So I have to reach out, which I did. And the British High Commission wrote back to me and said, definitely we will support this of your project. And that was it. I got this for Serekunda Market cold storage facility.
Right. So how much was the value of the project? Do you recall?
Yes, about 615, if I yes.
$615,800.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, were you provided with immediate funding, or were you asked to pre-finance
It was pre-financed
by
the council?
Can you please explain that part?
Yeah, the council have to finance it, and then after the British embassy will refund the money,
Yes.
which they did.
Okay. So how did you identify the contractor?
Well, I think this thing was over the medias, TV, because we launched it. The signing of the project, it was launched, and women, all the women in Serekunda markets were invited, even the women in the region, to come and to be present when we are doing the signing ceremony. So I think most of these people know about the project, and they started to write for for the project so that they can. So that's how they know it. And when it happened, one of my friends told me somebody who is interested, and I said to him, they should write to KMC. But that person, I think he knows me, and then he told a friend that I was the one who secured this project. So that was the time they wrote to the council.
You mean the contractor um, knew you back then?
From that person.
From your friend, or?
Yeah.
Yes. And so is that the reason why he was given the contract?
No, because when I wrote my request, I was told that there is procedures how things are done in council, because I don't know administration side that time. So I say, okay. So I waited. These people wrote, I think they said they have about 3 or 4 invoices. And then I was called that they've chosen the invoice of the contractor, and now I can write my request and attach it to the contractor's invoice, which I did, and I give it to finance. And then finance said they're going to hand over it to records. From records, it goes to planning. Planning has to visit the place and see, and then from there they proceed. And
so, you know, please proceed.
So that's what happened, and I waited until they contacted me that they've done the payment. This is the individual they contracted.
Do you know anything about the procurement process?
I don't know.
You don't know anything about procurement process?
No, at the time.
At the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you would not know whether they had followed procurement or not?
Because they've mentioned it to me.
They mentioned
it
what?
It has to go through procurement process, because an amount of over an amount of 500.
Yes.
It has to go into procurement process.
Procurement.
That's
Every amount has to go through procurement, but it just depends on the type of or method of procurement. I'm just trying to assist you there. That every amount, every dollar that is spent must pass through procurement procedures. But then there are different methods of procurement, and then these methods have their threshold the amount. That's why I asked whether you have an idea about procurement that has to pass through procurement. You don't know about that.
I don't know, but I was told at the time that this amount should go on the procurement process. So that was it.
Yes. Who told you?
I think finance director.
Finance director.
Yeah.
But do you know whether they had followed procurement process or not?
I don't know.
You do not know.
Yeah.
And
but I've been waiting for long because I didn't hear from them.
Okay.
Even I get back, I say, this project have a timeline
yes.
of, so people should.
Who you got the invoice from communications and electrical service, correct?
I got, sorry?
The invoice that you that you sent to council for the 615,000.
Yeah.
It's from communications and electrical services, correct?
Yeah.
And then I will show it to you later.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up winning the contract.
Sorry?
The business end up winning the contract. They end up being awarded the contract. Communications and electrical services.
Yeah.
And this is the individual you said knew you through your friend.
A friend, told me that they are the one doing this cold storage.
Yes, but as far as you're concerned, the invoice that you had collected is just from this individual.
After when they give it to me, that when they told me that I should bring my request to attach it to it, that's the time I know that he was the one who they offered a contract.
I don't understand that part. That is a part I don't understand.
Because the invoice wasn't written to me. It was written to the council.
Yes, to KMC.
Because they said they shouldn't, they have to go through procurement process. So they have to invite different people to come for this contract. That's what they told me.
Now, does the contractor know any other person apart from you in the area council?
I don't think so.
Because it is important for you to clear that part regarding your evidence, because this is why I'm asking, is that it will suggest to me, it will appear as if you know the contractor or you know each other, and then, well, you've already said that you don't understand and you don't know procurement process. Is that what you said earlier?
Yeah.
And that's in evidence.
Yeah.
But it would be important for you to clear that part, the idea that the winner of the contract, if there's in fact a process, even though the person knew you at the time, that you did not have an influence over the decision?
No, I didn't know the person, definitely. The friend of mine is the one who know this person.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I don't know who are the people who are doing this cold storage.
Yes.
And that's the time he said to me that I know one of my friends who are doing this. I said you should tell them to apply for the contract.
Yes.
So that's how it is. But I don't know the individual.
Okay. You wrote a request for payment.
I wrote a request, because that's how things goes there. As far as I'm the person involved into the cold storage.
That's how you understood that things should be done in that way.
That's how we do things. You have to make a request. Yeah, through your project.
To your project.
Yeah.
And you requested for the amount of $615,800.
Yeah.
It was paid?
It was paid, yeah.
Who was it paid to?
To the contractor.
Directly?
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. So was the contract complete?
Yes, it was complete.
Okay. How long did it take for it to be complete?
Few weeks.
Few weeks.
Yeah.
Um, in your statement, the last page, you said, I think that this contract was single source and not RFQ. You recall this?
I didn't say single source. Were the one because they were saying that, insisting that my name was on the invoice. So they are saying that it's single source. So I said no to that. I said, I don't know. To my knowledge, I think this person put my name there in bracket to show that the project was brought by me as a councillor.
But you had
That's
said
what I.
yes, but you had said clearly that you do not know the process they adopted.
I don't know.
Know the process that the area council adopted in granting the contract.
Yeah.
Right. Any questions, Honorable Chair?
Madam Marong, do you think it was correct for the contractor to put your name in the voucher since the money was not going to be paid to you?
At the time, I don't know that it was wrong. I don't know, definitely.
So the contractor, did he present any papers to KMC as to the drawing of, he built the storage facility, right?
Yeah.
The contractor built it.
No, it is a container, the empty container.
Oh.
And then that's where he come and put. Yeah, he built. It's a built thing. He built.
No, building and a container are two different things.
Okay, container, but he was the one who put whatever should be inside the container to
So
make
it was a container that
yeah
he reconfigured
exactly
and put in cooling system
exactly
so that they could use it
yeah
as a. So is it a 20-foot container?
yeah
Or 40
foot.
It's a 40-foot container.
Yeah.
Is it just one container?
One container. Yeah.
One container.
Yeah.
All right. So how functional is the cooling system of that container, given the erratic nature of NAWEC?
Yeah, it's the solar. It's a solar. It's not a NAWEC because we thinking of women will not afford it. But it's a system that we put in. It can be bought. It can be bought. But most of the time they will use the solar system.
Thank you. Councillor. Now let me just ask. Please check your statement. The second paragraph on the issue of the voucher PV 200934 dated 7th July 2020. Amount. Please look at the amount.
Is this the second page? Okay.
No, the first page.
The PV 220
yes.
Amounted. Yes, 615,800.
Yes, but the copy we have, please look at it again, the zeros. What we have, there are 3 more zeros after the 800. Did you have the same?
Yeah.
Is it the same as Mr. Sambalo? Can you hand me over the exhibit, please? Her exhibit. Please check it properly so that if there is need to do an amendment, we do the amendment. Because what we have is 615, 800, 00, which has
it should be that, but the 3 zeros, maybe it's a typical error.
Yes, so but it's important for us to correct it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you over the Because what it reads here from your statement is that this is 615,800,000.
No.
Yes. So please, I'm handing you over your exhibit for you to amend it and sign against it
Okay.
so that we will not leave it as it is. This is not the original. Council, can you check whether the original exhibit is there? Yes, in your council.
This is mine. This was my copy.
Now, okay, let me just go on to the next issue while they check the can you please get the registrar to come here? Now, you have said that you serve as the chairperson of the education committee. At that committee, how do you deal with requests for support to needy families in terms of payment of fees?
Okay.
How do you deal with that issue?
Okay. We normally tell them to write to mayor's office, explaining whatever they told us about what they are going through with to provide payment for their children or university acceptance when they have it. So they would write to the mayor's office, and then from mayor's office, mayor would minute it to my committee, and that's where we have a bunch of applicants seeking for help. So we will call a meeting. I will call a meeting that as a committee we see what we can do.
Now, yearly, sorry, before I ask the question, this education committee, how long have you served in this committee?
I think it's after the election of the NAMS at year 2022
Okay.
to 2023.
Okay, so now which means there should be an amount budgeted for this kind of activity. How much was budgeted for in the 2022 budget? Because when they send you these things, you will have to look at, when you meet as a committee, you have to make reference to what is contained in the budget. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have to look into it.
Okay, please note that and let us know how much has been budgeted for support in terms of education. And when we say education, it's not also limited to just providing support to needy students. Also, what is your subvention to the schools you run as a council?
It all comes from the money that you are talking, the amount that was budgeted.
Okay, so please note that. Please note that we want to know how much you subvent. You understand?
Okay. There is a separate school which is the council's school, I could say, which is Charles. Yeah, that one has his own expense from us.
From you.
Yeah.
Which is in a different budget line.
Yeah.
Not in the general budget of support to education.
Yeah.
When it comes to your committee.
Yeah.
Okay, so please provide us with that information.
All right.
And Registrar, can we have the original statement for the witness? Please hand over the statement to her. Madam Marong, please amend the 615 million to read 615,800. and sign against it. And you do the same on page 2.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam. I think we're done with the witness.
We have few questions.
Okay, so can you please?
Yes.
Madam Marong, I'll give you a payment voucher PV 200934 dated the 7th of July 2020. You can kindly confirm if you've seen this voucher before. Mhm. You can turn to the next page and look through it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, it was prepared by who? On the front page, you'll see who prepared the voucher. But before we get there, you can tell us the description. What's the description?
Market construction.
Ma'am, please into the
Madam
mic.
Marong, can you please speak into the mic?
Market construction.
Okay, what's the amount?
615,800.
Prepared by
Hmm. I didn't see which. Diba. Is it Diba? Is it Diba?
yes.
Yeah. The deputy director of finance, I think.
The next signature part, whose signature is that?
Director of finance.
And then the CEO.
Um, yes.
At the time, can you remember who was the CEO
It was Zainab Martin.
and who was the director of finance?
Keita, Dr. Keita.
Okay, the next page, you have your request.
Yes.
Okay, it's just for you to confirm if you've seen the voucher, and it will help in correcting the 615,000 instead of 615 million as opposed to the one that's stated on your statement. So you can hand it over.
Okay.
Madam Chair, we apply to tender the PV payment voucher number 200934 dated the 7th of July 2020 into evidence as an exhibit.
The payment voucher dated the 7th of July 2020 with PV number PV200934. The pay is communication and electrical services, and the description is market construction. This payment voucher is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BM/KMC/002.
Pass the commission, please. Madam Marong, I have a few more questions. Did you receive any honorarium with regards to any market exercise?
Yes,
It's a training form. Yeah, I remember.
I beg your pardon, I didn't hear your answer.
It was a training.
The market exercise was a training.
That's what
Yes, that was for about 25 days.
Yes.
You attended the market exercise?
Yes.
So which markets did you visit?
I remember Bakau with, I think, Mr. Diba was, the councillor was leading the team.
Mr.
Diba.
Councillor for which ward?
Bakau, Cape, Old Bakau.
Was there any person taking notes?
Sorry?
Was there any records being taken during the exercise?
It's a long time. I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, and you've attended this said exercise for 25 days straight?
Yes.
25 days straight?
Yes.
And you also received the $10,000 payment?
Yes.
So since Mr. Diba was the leader of your team, were you marking attendance?
Yes, I think we were. Yeah.
And you were signing that particular attendance every day?
Yeah.
Now, were you also receiving the Tobaski and were you also receiving, is it $10,000 for the Tobaski and Korite fees?
What I remember was it was a training that I received this 10,000.
But you've not been receiving any form of allowance or honorarium during Tobaski and Korite fees?
No. Maybe the time it happens, because most of the time we do this training at our available time, and most of the time it happened during the first time. I think most of it happened during the first time we do this training, because that's the time we have we have time from our people, because they will be engaged into their preparation for the face. So that's the time we have our time to do this training.
Unless there are any other questions from the commissioners or the lead counsel, that'll be all for this witness.
Yes. You said you attended 24 days.
Yeah.
You recall this, or you just believe you attended this 24 days?
Because it was something that we have to do.
Yes, you have to. We know.
And I was there, although sometimes I'm late. That I cannot say that it didn't happen. Sometimes I'm late. I have to go and meet them on their way.
We have heard from councillors that this exercise never really happened.
Never happened.
Yes, for 24 days. For 24 days?
It happened.
Were you in a team?
Whether I was among the team?
Were you part of a team? Were you into teams?
I did mention the team.
And what are the names of your team members?
I can't recall all, but I remember the councillor was leading the team, but I cannot recall all of us.
So please tell us the names that you can recall.
I don't know. I can't remember. I mean, Deva, I don't know. I don't know. we are mixed with the how to call it, the administration.
If you had gone and attended an event for 25 days, you would really be able to recall.
Definitely, it's been a while.
Yeah, but still, you will be able to recall.
I can recall. I remember Lamin Diba was heading the team.
Did you sign this attendance one day, or you signed it every single day that you attend this
That I'm not
exercise?
that I'm not sure whether
You would have known.
whether I have signed it every day, because sometimes I'm late to come. I will find them in the field.
Who was in charge of your attendance list in your own team?
It's with the councillor.
The council
Lamin Diba used to bring the
attendance list
and say, "Do you sign?" Yeah.
Do you know Kemo? Is it Kemo Sise?
Kemo Sise or Kemo Boja?
Karamo Sise?
Karamo, yeah.
Yes. He testified here and said, as a supervisor of the of this particular exercise, that all the participants or all the individuals that signed this attendance list, they all did it in one day.
In one day?
Yes.
No.
No, he said it, and he's the supervisor. Why would we or anyone not believe what he said? He gave evidence.
Karamo wasn't in our team. Maybe he has provided that list that we should sign in.
And he had said that there were no attendance for any units.
We were signing somewhere else before.
And he said that's also not really what happened. Maybe that the names that you have here, this attendance list that you have seen, and your name across, signing across your name, he said all those signatures have been done in one day.
I think he prepared that day to be signed, but we maybe he brought that to be signed that day, but we were signing another.
No, but this attendance was signed one day. The one you're talking about, we haven't seen that.
Okay.
He said that didn't happen, but this one that you see here, it's all was signed one day. Do you agree with that? He had custody of the attendance list. He said, everyone will come and sign.
Maybe it happened.
The accounts. He's a supervisor.
Yeah.
Yes, so everyone was, and then he said clearly that he could not tell whether people were in fact attending this exercise or not.
Yeah, because he's at the other team.
With team?
I think with Karam.
No one could even recall that there were teams.
I think no, because he also have his market. I don't know.
I'm just saying, no one can even recall whether in fact you were divided into teams. You know Peter Mendy?
Yeah, I know Peter.
Yes, he also testified here. He said the customers were just called. He was called to just come and collect money that they were already given. And then he does not remember attending any exercise for 25 days.
I did attend exercise.
That's okay.
I did.
That's okay if you say that, but then you cannot have evidence to that effect. Do you have a report?
I have to go back because the team, the person leading our team should provide this evidence.
What kind of evidence?
He was in charge.
What kind of evidence do you think you may have?
Well, I can't remember, but he given me something to sign in. I remember. He told me that you are late, but the book is here or what. I remember I signed. So I don't know whether that is with
Did your team have a report?
Whether it's with him or not.
Did your team have a report?
Well, I didn't write the report because
your team itself, after the exercise, did you provide any team report?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I'm not leading the team. So that's why.
Had taken part in any form of report writing to just give because if it's an exercise, if you had taken part in a 25 days exercise, you are expected to generate.
They didn't make me responsible to that team.
No, I'm not saying you were responsible. I'm not saying you were. I'm saying in the team, if you're 4, 5 in a team, you would have had a reporting mechanism of your exercise to report the findings or the details of your exercise for a period of 25 days. That would be natural and normal.
Well,
Do you understand?
yeah, we didn't.
You have given an assignment, you need to report back. After 25 days, we have visited 2, 3 markets. These are the findings. These are the
Hadn't been, it was like a woman thing, I would do that.
No. Forget about the women thing.
Because I've laid it.
We are trying to justify this.
Well, I don't know whether they have made that report.
So that's my point. My point is, would you agree?
Yeah.
That as far as you're concerned, sitting here, you would not have evidence to establish or prove that you had taken part in this. Would you agree?
I've taken part, but I didn't.
You don't have the evidence.
Okay.
No. You can agree or you can disagree.
I did take part. I did took part. I remember it.
That evidence is already in. The idea that you have taken part, you said, is in. The document also suggests that there was an exercise. There are people that signed this list. It was for 25 days. And then we have had evidence from some councillors. But the supervisor himself said everyone signed the same day.
That's what I'm saying. He might provide that list that we should sign, and we sign.
No, that's a fact, of course. That's coming from him.
Yeah.
And the other issue is, no one can tell us whether they were in teams or not. But you had said you were in teams.
Yeah.
And I had asked whether you have evidence of your activity.
I will ask.
Do you have?
I didn't have.
You don't have.
So I don't know whether it's with the councillor who was.
Do you even know whether it in fact exists?
Yeah. I don't know.
Exactly. That's my point. So by going by that, there is no way that you can prove that this exercise ever even took place in the first place. You understand?
Okay.
Right. That's all for this witness.
Madam Marong, thank you so much for coming.
Welcome.
And we have asked you to get us some documents.
Yeah.
And we expect to receive these documents by next week Thursday.
Next week Thursday. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's
And
fine.
if there is any need for us to call you to confirm anything, we will do so.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. One minute. Tell them.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Can you hold the mic close to your mouth, just the way I am doing? Can you hold the mic close to your mouth? Make sure when you talk, everybody hears you. Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. What is your religion? Can you speak into the mic, please?
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
By the Holy Quran.
Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Can you hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after me? Mhm. Say, I speak into the mic.
I,
Lahaiba Pujabi,
Faber
do swear that
do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth.
nothing but
But the truth. So help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kiabe.
Afternoon.
You are welcome. Council, can we proceed?
Yes, thank you very much. Please tell the commission your name.
I am Laheba Pujabi.
Please speak into the phone. Can you speak into the mic?
I am Laheba Pujabi.
Mr. Kujabi, what is your address?
I live in Nemakunku.
Can you tell us what your educational background is?
I am a construction technician.
So your educational background.
Okay, I attended St. Charles Primary School, and then to go to Munazamat,
Yes.
and then Amitage High School and GTTI.
Do you recall giving a statement?
Yes, I recall.
We'll show you a copy. Please go through it. You also gave an additional statement.
Yes.
Please go through it. Is that the statement that was obtained from you and the additional statement?
Yes, this is the statement. But before going further with the statement, I would like us to confirm few things in the statements.
To confirm few things in the statement.
Yes, to clarify, to make clarification on the statements.
What do you want to clarify?
On the first statement given, 23rd September 24.
Yes.
Paragraph number 2, that is the second paragraph regarding the business transaction between KNF Municipal Council.
Yes.
There I want us to clarify, because it is not, I know that it is not put as I was giving my statement. It is right in which I was trying to struggle, explain, but they said it's a summary. But if I'm given the opportunity to explain or read the statement as I was saying it to them, it will be helpful to the commission too, and to make it clear.
Yes, you can. You will be given the opportunity to explain That will be in your oral testimony.
Oral testimony.
When you ask questions,
Okay.
you can seek to clarify issues
Okay.
regarding that.
Okay.
Any other issue?
Yeah, and the other thing, I was given 10 o'clock to come here, but then I was here up to this time. I should have, and I was not served to tell me exactly what I'm coming here for. You understand?
Yes.
So I just come unprepared. And the other part to my statements, I think I have a attached bank statement which they asked me to bring up, but it's not in these statements too. So that's two is another
Can you
thing.
please repeat that, sir?
Yeah, because
Can you please repeat what you said?
yeah,
You said you were called to come, you were not served, and please repeat that.
yeah, I was called less than 42 hours,
Less than?
42 hours because it was day before yesterday I was called. I
Yes.
received a telephone call when I was moving around Senegambia. Told me that I should come to the commission. Actually, I don't know what I was coming for. That's another thing too. So I just came blindly unprepared. I arrived here, I was given a photocopy of statements, but they all match. So I read it, then the same one too I presented here. But those are the things to, yeah.
You want to raise? Madam Chairperson, I believe the commission has had the witness said he never had time to prepare for the oral testimony, and because he was called and not served. Usually, witnesses are served. The circumstances why maybe they could not reach the witness or thereabout, but most witnesses that appear here, they are either served. They are served with to notice to come and appear. But having said that,
Yes.
we would not be averse to allowing the witness time to better prepare himself and come and testify.
Council, that is noted. Mr. Kujabi,
Yes.
your concerns are noted, but I have just instructed the registrar to check with our process server whether you were served to come and appear before the commission
Okay.
to confirm.
Yeah, that's good.
Our procedure is that you will first be served, and then later you will be called to be reminded that you should come to the commission.
Okay.
It is not even our responsibility to remind you. If we serve you and we put in the date on the summons, it is your responsibility to respect that. Because if you don't come, we have the prerogative to order for your coming to the commission to come and answer the commission.
Okay.
So we, out of courtesy, we call you to remind you to come.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. And
so hang on. We are calling the registrar, the process server, through his book to confirm. If he fails to confirm that you were served, we will give you time to go and prepare and come. Right?
okay.
So just a minute. Mr. Gay, can you please confirm with the registrar whether the process server is around? Um, were you called by the process server on Wednesday, 2 days ago?
Yes, that's 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
I tell him I will come. That's what make me
So
to come.
please sit properly and speak into the mic.
The time he called me, I accepted to come. That's why I come.
Okay. So now, since you have said, we have confirmed with the process server, but since you have said you have come not prepared, we will schedule you to come back.
Okay.
All right? We normally call you 24 hours or 24 hours or more before, just to remind you. You understand? But we normally notify you 2 days before you come to the commission.
Okay.
That is the procedure.
Okay.
All right? Thank you.
So
So the registrar will notify you when you will come.
may I add something on to that before I'll be served, so that when coming, because I already make statement here.
Yes.
So I know this statement might need evidence, so that when coming, I can come up with all the evidence needed based on this
Yes.
statement.
Now, if you have
To avoid-
additional statement,
to-
hang on. If you have additional statement, you can go to the investigators and give additional statement and state whatever you want to say as your additional statement.
No additional statement. What I mean
Yes.
is based on these statements,
Yes.
there are evidence to show these statements.
Yes, you can
Go
bring
to-
along.
So that for the purpose of time,
Yes.
I can come up with everything needed,
Yes.
present it here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking for. But for in the side of the statement,
Yeah.
we will have some clarification I wanted to
Yes,
make.
you will be given, Mr. Kujabi, you will be given opportunity to do that.
Okay.
And when the time comes, you will have the time to explain in details everything that has transpired with respect to your relationship with the council and your activities with the council. And the other thing that you have made mention of is the fact that you have documents to bring.
Yeah, that's
So we will encourage you to bring every document that need to prove what you have said in your statement.
exactly.
And if there are any further documents that we need to ask you by virtue of our discussion, we will ask you to bring those documents. But for the documents you feel you need to bring to us, to bring to our attention, you're free to do so when you are notified to come back the next time. All right? Thank you so much. And we may rise.